In this video, we will show you a selection of alleged ghost videos, some that may have plausible explanations, whilst others that are completely mysterious. Nonetheless, all of them are creepy. Dead Man's Wheelchair. Staff from a hospital in Udon Thani, Thailand got the shock of their life when they viewed CCTV footage that appeared to show the wheelchair of a former patient moving around the outside of the hospital by itself. The video was captured on May 23, 2020. After viewing it, staff are convinced the wheelchair is being used by the ghost of its former owner, who just recently passed away at the hospital. Take a look. The director of the hospital confirmed that it is a manual wheelchair, and there was no way anyone could be controlling its movements remotely. He also said that the wheelchair had been donated to the hospital by the deceased man's family after he passed away. In Thailand, the belief in ghosts is relatively common, as the nation has a rich spiritual culture built on many myths, legends, and tales of the spirits of those that have died. With that in mind, the hospital is planning to hold a Buddhist holy event to say prayers and pass respect to the spirit of the former owner of the wheelchair, in the hope that it may help to put his restless spirit to rest. So was this the former owner of the wheelchair having a last ride around the hospital grounds? Or something else? What do you think? Quincy Hotel Demon. The Eagle's Nest Hotel is a budget-style hotel located in Quincy, Illinois. It doesn't appear to have any history to indicate it might be haunted, and the building is not particularly old. However, despite this, employees have reported strange goings-on at the hotel, claiming that they have spotted shadows out of the corner of their eyes and heard unexplained disturbing giggling sounds in the corridors. And apparently, the maintenance man is targeted the most, with weird things happening to him all the time. So it was no surprise to them when a mysterious shadow was caught darting out of an elevator on the hotel's CCTV. Take a look. The footage was originally posted on Facebook on the 15th of May 2020 by the general manager of the hotel, although it didn't get that much attention until a few YouTube channels picked it up. Those that have viewed the footage believe it to be genuine, and many believe the apparition is that of a child. Some have suggested it's a demon or an imp. There could be a plausible explanation, although at the moment we can't find one. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. The Trampoline Ghost. In 2019, a video was posted on Reddit that caused a bit of a stir. The person who uploaded it titled it, "This video was filmed by a friend of my friend's brother a few years back." In the left corner of the video, you can see a figure dressed in white with black hair crawling out from under the trampoline. To this day, we have no idea who the person was. Take a look and focus on the top left corner of the trampoline. The 5-second Snapchat clip is believed to have been filmed in Norway in 2017 and appears to show someone jumping from a building or a ladder onto the trampoline. The question is, who was crawling underneath as he landed? The clip certainly divided opinion on Reddit, with some convinced it was fake and others completely freaked out by it. Some also pointed out the resemblance to Samara from The Ring. To us, there seems to be one of three explanations. It's either a human that they didn't notice under the trampoline at the time, a really good edit, or one of the clearest full-bodied apparitions of all time. Let us know your thoughts. Haunted Louisiana House. In 2020, Sylvia McLean, the co-owner of a rundown 1930s 4-bedroom home in Youngsville, Louisiana, posted on Facebook that she was giving the house away for free after she had struggled to sell it. But the post was soon inundated, not with potential offers, but with comments from locals and former residents who shared their paranormal tales of the property. Some even compared it to the Amityville Horror House. The last tenant to live in the property was a woman named Gypsy Dawn, who said that the house is quite unsettling, especially if you don't enjoy communicating with the spirit world. Another former resident, Dawn DeClout, also replied to the post, claiming that the ghost that haunts the house is her great-grandmother, Adele. She said her family owned the plot the house was built on for more than 100 years, and it's thought the ghost of Adele still haunts the building. Although she was quick to point out Adele was not menacing at all. Apparently, she was only about 4 foot 9 inches and weighed about 100 pounds. Adele lived to be almost 90, and she made her presence felt in the house by digging in the pots when stuff was cooking on the stove. And it wasn't unusual to hear her all the time jangling the pots and lifting up the lids when stuff was cooking. Others commented that the house was renowned for its Gatsby-style parties in the 1940s and 50s. After hearing about the hauntings, paranormal investigators Cindy Parr and Greg Matlock from New Orleans visited the house to see if they could find out what was going on. And it's fair to say they got more than they bargained for. Take a look at what happened when they spent a couple of nights in the house.
Is anybody in here? Can you just give us a sign of your presence if you are, please? Oh, no way, no way, no way. Swell, you can stop moving the door, please. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for that. Forgive me for that. Something's definitely in there. What the?
Apparently that door was the door to Adele's bedroom. The pair also claimed the paranormal activity in the house drained the new batteries in their equipment and shut out a light. And in one of the other bedrooms, they were confronted by an evil spirit that stood beside a closet. Greg described it as a black mass that definitely wasn't a shadow. He didn't think it was Adele either, as it was too big, standing about 6 feet. They also claimed they could hear scratches on the walls, growls, and a strange urine-like smell coming from upstairs. Eventually, after 2 nights, the pair had seen enough and fled the house. They claimed the feeling they got from the house drained them, and they were exhausted when they left, saying the house was definitely the worst building they'd ever been in. It later transpired that the offer of a free house wasn't quite what it seemed either, as anyone interested could take ownership of the house free of charge, but they would have to relocate the house at their own cost, something that would cost in the region of $80,000 to take apart and move, and a further $40,000 to reassemble. However, eventually, it did get an offer from a man in the construction business, who was going to move it himself and put it on his family's land for his daughter. He was unconcerned about the history of the building and doesn't believe in ghosts, so let's hope they don't decide to relocate with him. This next one seems a little too good to be true, but nonetheless, it's still terrifying. The chilling footage appears to have been captured on a security camera and was posted on Facebook. It shows someone or something peering through a window as a man sleeps. The curtains can be seen moving, and it appears to be a stormy night. Then something falls from a shelf, which wakes the man up. Take a look. We're unsure where it was filmed, and although it's more than likely fake, we still found it pretty creepy. What's your thoughts on it? We have one more bonus clip for you all, and we're including it as a bonus because we do not have much information on it. It's a creepy TikTok, and that's about all the information we have on it, but we thought it was scary enough to show you. It's quite possible that it was a complete setup, but if it wasn't, that is pretty strange. So that's it for this video. We hope you've enjoyed,